In last week's episode, our team made it through the final choked up section coming out of Lac Pedot. We got to hit some fun whitewater, but we also had a couple close calls. Now, our team has arrived at the final crux of the Aguanish River, a massive canyon that's going to require a long and challenging portage to get around. Welcome to the land of wild rivers.
Good morning. It is day 26 and we're at the start of the Aguanish Trappers Portage route around the Grand Canyon on the lower Aguanish. We did a lot of scouting last night and the conclusion was there's no portage and we're going to be doing a total bushwhack / blaze today to get over there. Alex and Matt started the trail last night. They got about 200 meters, which is great progress for us. And the goal is to try to get over there by the end of the day. But this is a total unknown to us because we only saw as far as we saw. We don't know what the terrain's gonna be like, but we all have positive attitudes and the grit to get it done today. Because the forest is so thick, we're gonna have 2 guys up ahead blazing the trail and 2 guys moving all the gear up and back like ants. That's gonna be our starting strategy. We'll see how it goes. We think that's probably the best bet to move consistently up the mountain. The other thing is we are literally portaging over a mountain. This is not flat ground. We got to go up. And not only is it going to be extremely difficult, but there's going to be some great views.
What's really cool is that this route up and over the mountain used to be an old trapper's route. And at the base on the upper side of the canyon, we found an old cedar strip canoe. And I think the first couple times we walked directly over it because it's so baked into the ground and overgrown. But really, like once we did notice that this was an old cedar strip canoe, really cool to just think about the history of this route and kind of gave us chills just looking at this boat that was once used before and is now a part of the earth. I left base camp for just a couple minutes and obviously I'm late to this yoga session.
Well, Noah called us all losers because we weren't doing anything to activate our glutes.
You need to activate your glutes, man.
Yeah,
So, a big portage like this, we're going uphill, we're going to be moving a lot of gear. You want to make sure you're not going to tear muscles from lack of mobility issues. And so I've heard you don't necessarily want to stretch before something like this, but you want to stretch after. But before, you want to actually activate your muscle groups. So going up a hill, we're going to want to activate our glutes. All right, so we're going to do some glute exercises. So we lie on our back, and then you thrust up to the crowns of the trees. Ready, Rick? 1, 2, and up. Keep it for 5 seconds. Clench those glutes. Bring her down. Thrust to the rain clouds.
And back down to where the squirrel berries his nuts.
Bring it down to the moist moss. Good job, Rick.
So after that quick session with Noah's yoga in the woods, we're activated and ready to go, and we are gonna go Portages Canyon.
All I can say is thank God this canyon is near the end of the trip and not the start. It would be brutal if our packs weighed as much as they did when we started this. Oh, I'm so glad I activated my glutes.
Oh. Yeah, it definitely feels different carrying a pack.
Yeah. You gotta be so careful. This stuff still. Okay, put this bag down.
I just had to do that.
Lightweight, baby!
Yo, man.
Dude, you got it, man.
I just load up.
Yo, brother, that was sick, man.
And that might be the hardest carry of this entire portage, going up that slope with that canoe.
Yeah,
You got that done.
dude, that's awesome.
Hey, boys.
Yeah, give me another for good measure.
Thanks, bro.
So you just got a canoe up.
Yeah, it was so steep that the slope was, the nose and the tail of the canoe was hitting the slope. So I was like almost like Navy sealing it, like a slug going up that steep section.
Man, I can't believe you got that up here.
Bro, I put it on my back. I took one premature step. I go like this. and the canoe starts going back. So I duck and like grab the canoe, and then the canoe slides down. Did you hear me scream?
Yeah.
That should happen.
Did you hear me scream? Dude, awesome. Boys, nice work. We're gonna continue clearing.
Yeah, keep doing your thing. We'll be on your ass again, but then we'll be off it, and then we'll be on it again.
All right, sounds good. So now we're just taking a quick peek through the bush before we continue cutting to make sure that we're cutting on the best possible line to get us to the other side. So doing a little recon, and then we commence the cutting. Oh, it opens up here.
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of thinking right through here. I don't know that there's going to be a great line through any of this, but this, it's just forward. You know what? That looks pretty dang good.
Wow.
Right through there. Okay. Man, we can totally work with this.
Yeah.
The big struggle was that if you're below 200 meters and you try and traverse the side, you get cliffed out.
Yeah.
But now we're up above, and now all we have to do is like follow this contour elevation around the mountain. But like this looks pretty reasonable.
It does.
So Eric and I have been going back and forth with all the gear, doing the pack mule work, and Alex and Matt are in the front trailblazing. And so far it's been working out well. We're slowly catching up to the boys, but without a trail, we would be in deep trouble. Like we probably wouldn't even have gotten through the first 20 meters.
No.
Like, it is as thick as you could possibly imagine, and this trail is the only way we're gonna get through. But I do think we have a good system out here, and it's working for us.
It's not fast, but we weren't planning on it being fast. No, we're
Yeah.
just gonna keep slogging away, put our full 12-hour day in, and we'll catch you on the flip side, B.
Yeah, we'll see where we end up.
I can see those big trees in the distance.
Yeah.
I'm like 10 meters from them with this trail that I've got cut here.
Okay, nice, man.
I can see clearly now, the spruce is cleared.
That's kind of been our strategy, is like I'll run ahead, scout, find a spot, cut my way back to Alex.
We
and
both
then-
get anxious because we can't see each other, and we're like, yo, I'll find you. And
But it
then we
works.
cut towards each other.
Yeah, it works because we just cut towards each other's voices, and then like I'll get to somewhere where the trail looks like not too bad.
This is what it looks like. You guys can see me right now? No, you can't.
We've been like-
This is what it looked like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, we've been like 5 meters apart and not able to see each other, just
That's
cutting towards each
insane.
other's voices.
It's gonna be a bright. Yeah. Yo, nice work, man. So it is currently about 12:30. We've traded up now. Eric and Noah are now cutting the trail, and Matt and I are portaging, just to switch it up, give our bodies something different to feel for a little while. It's really thick, and we're thinking we've probably gone about 600 meters, maybe 700 meters since this morning, so absolute grind. But this is just heads down, need to be super careful all the time, just a complete grind.
At this point in the day, it was becoming clear to our team that we would be spending a night on the mountain. There was no such thing as an efficient way to move through this dense forest.
Today has been an absolutely vicious cycle of being really hot and sweating and freezing cold when you're not carrying or doing stuff. It's a lot of hard work. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Slippery out here. That's the truth. You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just big steps.
Yeah.
Big steps.
So today was an absolute grind of a day. We think we've made it approximately 700 meters, maybe 800. But this whole canyon section is about 2.5 kilometers, and we're not even halfway. We are camping in the middle of this mountain section. The only downside, we are at the top of this mountain, very, very high up. We cannot see anything from up here. So it's a mountain with no view. We're just making some dinner right now, having some soup, and then I think all of us are gonna head to bed so that we can get an early start tomorrow to continue grinding our way back to the water.
Plenty.
Man, this soup is so good, this combo.
Yeah.
Of the Asian soup and then the bulk barn flavor bomb.
Our team was camped out on top of a mountain, high above the river. After putting in more than a full day's work, we still weren't even halfway, and there was no clear way out. All we could do was stay optimistic and continue to push on, not knowing how long it was going to take us to get back to the river.
Good morning, guys. Coming to you live from our survival setup here in the woods. Started the day off by putting on my wet clothes from last night. Wet shoes, wet socks. But my mind is set on just blazing trail. That's the biggest thing. If we can get a trail, we can portage. Trail, portage. Trail, portage. That's what we got to do. This morning around camp, me and Eric are going to be just having breakfast, having coffee, and going back down to Trailblaze while the boys take down camp. Last night we did a scout mission down in the bowl, the next section of this portage, and we found a route that'll get us another 350 meters closer to the end. That isn't too bad, other than there is a descent down this cliffside. That might be a little challenging. Beside our campsite, we did find a small spring, and that was one of the reasons why we stopped to camp here. Along the way, during our entire day yesterday, I GPS'd 2 springs, this being the second one. So that was one thing that was very important because we are very high. We're not close to the river. We need a good water source and a good coffee source, which Matt's on this morning.
Back in the warm zone for the boys when they're up. My big concern yesterday was that we cliffed ourselves out by coming up this high and that we weren't going to actually be able to get down to the kind of like that second plateau that takes us to the end of the portage. That was my big concern, but then after you guys, Noah and Eric, did their little scout mission yesterday, found a route down, we're not cliffed out, we can continue forward, we've got a route. The only way out is through. Remember that, kids.
I'm sore. I'm very, very sore. Took an Advil this morning just to curb some of the sharp pains with waking up. And I'm ready for another day of full slogging to get us off this mountain and back onto the river. So I got some nice like marks on the shin from all the sticks that I've jumped over, but the one that really got me yesterday has turned into a bit more of a bruise. It's feeling good. Ready for another day of this.
Yeah, buddy. Got her.
That section was amazing. Alright, so we've hit a big milestone. Matt and I have made it another 350 meters in a straight line, so I'm guessing that's definitely at least 400 meters, if not more. And the bigger news on this is that we are officially off the mountain. We're still very high, but we're at the highest peak of this mountain, and we've definitely dropped a lot in elevation. We're basically going to go find Noah and Eric, who are now hopefully another 250, 300, 400 meters ahead with a nice clear trail for us. We'll see what the terrain looks like.
The forest is super thick, but it is hard to find a straight line for the canoe in these sections, and sometimes you need to cut some pretty big trees. As we've been going, we've been blazing trees for these sections that kind of get a little confusing.
Pretty good, no?
Straight.
Yeah.
Wait, so how much further do I need to go?
Not much farther, maybe less than 100, I would say.
Amazing.
Eric and I were up ahead, blazing the trail, and we just did a little scout. And we just met up with the boys for lunch, so we're just gonna give them a quick overview of how the scout went.
First part of this morning, it was very constricted. Like just every 2 feet, you're actually just like cutting through logs. The boys have been slogging around, dragging this canoe. So we did a little scout, went down to 250 meters, then we kept on going. And then we actually found a trail, and that trail leads all the way back up 150 meters from where you guys dropped the canoe.
What?
Yeah, we found the trail, boys.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we found the trail. We found the trail.
You're messing with us.
No, we walked down to the water. We walked down to the water, basically 100 meters from the water. We found the trail instead of going down to the water because it's a chainsaw like laden trail. We walked back up, and the trail starts 150 meters from when you boys dropped the canoe.
Oh my god.
Wait a second. So, but does it go any further?
It go, not what like.
It's not like you found the trail that would have avoided the mountain.
No, so we followed the trail. It actually does the same route as us, but over a bit, and it disappears in a burn.
Okay.
And where it disappears is 150 meters from where you guys dropped the canoe. So what that means is 150 meters bushwhack. It's kind of a crazy bushwhack. From there on out, it's a regular portage. We'd be done in like 30 minutes.
Are you kidding me?
You assholes.
No, that is. Oh,
They're going like, oh
my
boys,
God.
It gets thick when you go down. Like, oh my god.
Okay, well, you know what that means. Tonight we're celebrating with whiskey when we get down there.
Oh yes.
Oh.
So we just had to blaze 150 meters of trail, and then we're on an actual portage.
Oh my god. That's so. And is it like nice?
It's been chainsawed. It's
chain-
overgrown.
Yeah.
And this is probably what Christian Hunon was saying about bring a saw, not blaze your own trail across the mountain.
Man, I would love to know. So does it go higher up than us?
We were trying to find it. It looks like it goes like, yeah, it looks like we're offset. It's almost like we're running parallel to it right now, but it's a little bit more that way. But then like it got so thick, there was a couple down trees, and then we just lost it. Yeah, boys.
Yeah, I'm like literally speechless. That just made my lunch so much better.
Yeah, boys.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be still like a tough like afternoon, but like we're getting out of it.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
We're getting out of it 100%.
Man, you guys have no idea how happy I am right now.
Good news. We were planning on how to tell you guys.
Yo, I love that.
There's some serious acting up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are like, yeah, it gets real thick. It's It's a bit of both. It's a bit of steep, it's a bit of really thick. I'm like, oh man. This is so good. So awesome.
Yeah.
Let's have some lunch.
Let's do it. I don't understand where that trail goes though, man.
Yeah, I think it skirts the mountain, like it goes all the way up, like what we did.
You know what I think, man? I think it goes around it, skirts it around it.
But
Right
like there's that plateau up there, so it would have had to like...
Behind.
Behind is even higher though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's another peak that we didn't even get to.
It is hailing out. There's like little marble-sized pieces of ice falling from the sky, and it just turned to rain, and it is a torrential downpour here in the woods. And we're still far from the river.
Mother Nature just had to pull one more trick out of her sleeves. They're like, oh, the boys found the trail. Let's make it hard for them. So she made it hard, but we're still smiling. So let's get her done.
So Matt and I are currently on the trail that heads down to the water. We're just going to take a quick little peek at what the trail conditions look like.
No way. We made it. We made it. I can't believe it.
I haven't gone down to look yet.
Yo, you doing my voice?
That's so good work, man. Good work.
Okay, let me see this water.
That was so messed up. Are you kidding me? Did we just An hour ago it's thunderstorming. We're trying to
With
cut
hail.
Hail that big.
cutting through the thickest bush, and then we peel into this and we come out to here.
Yeah.